welcome back to the channel, baby. Alright, I know y'all see the Hogwarts hat. I love Harry Potter. Don't get it twisted, I do not love J.K. Rowling. Let's make that clear. Anyway, what happened to Manatreed? The main reason why I'm making this video is because I feel like the community is pretty charged, for the most part, emotionally, about Manatreed in multiple ways. We first need to understand why Manatreed had so much hype. Why were there 200,000 viewers watching the Manatreed stream for the first time with Dream? Some of y'all may know, but Manatreed for the longest time was thought to be Dream. And a lot of people thought that his first stream on the platform was actually going to be some kind of Dream face reveal. And when we ended up finding out that Manatreed was indeed a different creator, some things happened and some allegations came out. He got ran off the entire internet. It looks like he got rid of his socials and it doesn't look like he's going to be returning to streaming. So what happened? There was a large amount of mystery surrounding this creator. In a lot of ways, they were promising. We were probably going to see something very interesting from this creator down the line. How does things just get built up to this point and then crumble into dust? I call it the Jakishi effect. The Jakishi effect is what I am coining it as. I'm hoping that this doesn't happen again, but I'm seeing a clear pattern here. I think that the community is very much shaken because of what happened with Jakishi. Some of y'all, that name's just gonna fly right over your head. You have no clue who this is. Because I will tell you right now, the rise and fall of Jakishi lasted literally 48 hours. Jakishi was a creator that was invited onto the Dream SMP. And when he was invited onto the Dream SMP, many people were excited for multiple reasons. For me personally, one of the things I like to see is some color. I love to see some representation in things, not just for the sake of it, but I like to, of course, see some differentiation, like when I'm watching a cast or when I'm watching creators and things like that. I love to see black people represented. What can I say? So to see Jakishi get put on in that way was exciting. I was kind of waiting to see how his lore was going to pan out, what was going to happen. Little did we know that Jakishi happened to be one of the biggest grooming monsters that the internet has seen in a long time. I'm talking about allegations on allegations on allegations. He admitted to some of them in a private DM with Dream, and Dream immediately kicked him off the Dream SMP.
On October 25th, Jakishi was removed from the Dream SMP and has subsequently deleted his Twitch account. In most cases, I'd say that he has a right to respond, innocent until proven guilty. But with all these accounts, there's genuinely no need for him to say a word. The chances of this being a coordinated attack with malicious intent toward him due to his sudden rise in fame are minuscule. The saddest thing about this situation is the success he would receive in the future. He was loved, and I mean loved, by his fanbase. This was his big break. This was the moment he could have been big. This was the moment where everything fell.
I personally think that if the Jakishi event didn't happen, there may not have been as many things to come out against Manatreed in this way. I don't know if it would have been presented in this way or as quick. I'm not saying the allegations wouldn't have came out, especially if he's actually guilty. But what I am saying is, I think that the internet jumped to a conclusion very quick with this entire Manatreed situation, and they ran possibly an innocent, promising creator literally off the internet. It's a really sad and unfortunate situation. But I also want to react to this video by this creator. Their name is Micah Loves Carl. They have a video here titled The Unsolved Mystery of Manatreed, What Really Happened. I figured we could watch this together and I could give my thoughts on the situation as well, and we can kind of explore what happened. What happened to this creator? I don't support abuse. I'm not saying that the person who made the claims against Manatreed is lying. I'm also not saying that they're telling the truth. My opinion on the abuse allegations are neutral at the time of recording this. This video purpose is to share my opinion of the way Manatreed and Dream handled the situation and to point out some interesting ideas I have regarding the story. If you choose to comment, please keep it respectful. And of course, do not send hate to anyone mentioned in the video. Thanks. So that's another thing too, and I have my own criticisms of Dream in this situation, but it has nothing to do with him choosing to support a creator and quote unquote not knowing about the allegation. Like, that is going to happen. That is I mean, of course, you want to do your due diligence and do some kind of, I guess, background check work on people before you promote them. But at the same time, how much are you really going to know? You know, that's really not Dream's fault. What is his fault, however, is calling his audience gullible. I think that he really should have used the word impressionable, because that's the truth. A lot of his audience are children, and children are impressionable. They have the best intentions. So you shouldn't call your audience gullible. And I feel like that was like my one of my main criticisms of Dream in this entire situation.
Who made the claims against Manatreed is lying. But I'm also not saying that they are telling the truth. My opinion on the abuse allegations are neutral.
Oh, your audio is really low.
This video's purpose is to only share my opinion of the way Manatreed and Dream handled the situation, and to point out some interesting ideas I have regarding the story.
Actually,
if you choose to comment, please keep it respectful, and of course, do not send hate to anyone mentioned in the video. Thanks. Okay, so on June 18th, 2021, a person by the name of Manatreed created a Twitter account. I can't exactly tell you how all of this started, but I can tell you that by November of that same year, Dream SMP fans were already speculating his connection to Dream. And when I say speculating, I really mean it.
Yeah.
Every day, new pieces of evidence were coming out to prove that Dream and Manatreed somehow were connected. Now, if you're in the Dream SMP fandom, you know stuff can get blown out of proportion very quickly. And as soon as the whole Manatreed situation came to light, the fandom basically went downhill from there. People were talking about Manatreed for days, even weeks. Piece after piece of evidence was created. People were saying that it was weird that Manatreed had the same gloves as Dream. People thought it was weird that his name was Ali, and he made his account on the same day that Sapnap posted a video of him doing an ollie. For me, the most convincing piece of evidence was that his name, the name Manatreed, kind of is like an anagram for Dream Team. We were genuinely going crazy about this entire Manatreed situation, and nobody had any answers, so all we had to work off of was just I don't even know, like
speculation. Well,
it turns out
literally
we were right after all, because on November 10th, 2021, Manatreed posted a screenshot of a text message conversation between him and Dream. Not only did this fuel the fire, but it also cemented our ideas that George was for some reason in Florida. So at
that whole, oh my god, and this is crazy. Like, I'm a part of the fandom, like I'm a part of the Dream fandom. And this is the problem. Like, it makes us all look bad, right? But it's like there's a section of the Dream fandom that are older than 20 that don't behave like this. Like, I'm a part of it, so I know it exists. You know what I mean? My Dream Team Dream Team podcast co-host, they're all a part of it. They're all older than 20. I've personally talked to people who are Dream fans and Dream stans that don't behave in this like really extreme way. It's just the problem is that these guys are so loud that they make up for like majority of the fan base to people on the outside.
At this point, fans thought that Dream was Manatreed and was planning on face revealing through Manatreed, and we thought that George was in Florida with Dream and Sapnap.
I never believed any of this. I'm just throwing it out there.
2021, Manatreed announced that he was going to be a part of the Dream SMP. I think this is where things really started to go downhill, because it was getting real. I mean, people were stressing about who the heck Manatreed was, and why was he part of the Dream SMP, like, who's this man? And then, at the height of this entire controversy, he disappeared. Manatreed stopped posting for a little while, and everything went back to normal. People were streaming again, videos were posted, and Manatreed became another era of the Dream SMP.
At first.
Of course, Dream hates us, and Manatreed came back. On January 26, 2021, Manatreed finally announced his first stream, and fans went crazy. Personally, my feed was flooded with questions for Manatreed and Dream alike. And if you were anywhere
Yeah.
near TikTok at the time, you probably seen the whole "is Dream Manatreed or not" debate going on. And if you like this video, feel free to check out my TikTok. It's Micah Loves Carl. I will
Okay.
put the link in the description.
So they're more
A
popping
large
on
chunk
they're
of
more
Dream
popping on
SMP
TikTok.
Fans thought that Manatreed was an Elias.
Yo, shout out to this creator for real, okay? The link to this video will be in the description. Please go show this creator some love and some support.
Dream was using to face reveal. Looking back, it does sound really stupid, but at this point we were all just grasping for answers. We needed something. So the day finally came, January 29th. I remember it like it was yesterday. Oh wait, it was yesterday. Everyone anticipated the reveal of Dream's face. There was over 200,000 people waiting in chat, and it took 15 minutes for
I
Manatreed
watched
to start
this.
the stream. And when he did, well, it was just some random dude. Besides a few
I watched this like most of the stream, and I did record it, and I ended up getting rid of the footage. I recorded over an hour and 20 minutes of the Manatreed stream, and I deleted that footage thinking that that was a different video that I recorded, and then I emptied my recycle bin. So it's gone, which freaking sucks.
viewers, the stream went fine. Dream gave Manatreed a warm welcome, but this is where things start to get weird for me. Now I'm sure it's no secret, but Dream owns the SMP, which means he pays for it monthly. So it's nice that he gave Manatreed such a warm welcome, right? Wrong. He doesn't ever show anyone around the SMP.
Yeah, this
Now,
was a
just because
first.
Dream owns the server, he's
This was
not
a first.
obligated to invite people on the server and to show people around.
Wait, and then this is a thing too, because a few days prior or something like that, Dream also did a first, or something he doesn't normally do, which he streamed his perspective on the Dream SMP, just going around answering questions and taking donos. I mean, don't get me wrong, it probably wasn't canon, but still, the fact that he was doing that was new. We hadn't really seen too much of that. So he was kind of driving up hype for this.
But I definitely think it's important to note out a few of these people that he has not showed around the server. If you're a fan of Carl, you might remember when he showed Pokey and Corpse around the SMP. Now, Pokimane and Corpse are two really big streamers, so I feel like Dream would want to be there for their introductions. But what was truly the most shocking for me was that Dream didn't even show Lil Nas X around his own server.
That's
I realized
crazy.
He could give his server a lot of publicity. Not saying that he needs any publicity, of course. I do have a lot to say about why Dream decided to show Manatreed around the SMP and not other people, but I will come back to that later in the video. Manatreed's first stream finally gave us some solid evidence as to who exactly Manatreed was. From what we know, he's a 5'11", 24-year-old boy who grew up in Florida. He goes by he/they pronouns, has blue eyes and brownish hair. We also know that he has anxiety, dyslexia, and has his ears pierced.
Yep.
But most importantly, we learned that he knew Dream before Dream was Dream.
Do you want to tell them? Okay, I guess here, this is your intro part, but I guess let's start with how did you meet me and Sapnap? I guess that's a good starting point. Give the backstory. Give the backstory.
Well, this is the big one. This is the big one because a lot of people had different theories and ideas, but I am kind of random. He did just message me, and we just decided to kind of set this up.
Are you okay if I speed this up? I'm just going to speed this up a little bit.
Did find out we did hang out with each other a long time ago and played the MC HG a long time ago. I actually played with Sapnap as well, without even realizing it. Before they were even popular, before any of this, and it was, we hit it off when we played, and they tried to drive me off the mountain. But yeah, and we just kept continuing, and we kept talking about it, and nothing was 100% official, and then eventually we started making it more official, obviously, and then started posting more and deciding on what we kind of wanted to do, which, to be honest, is still kind of freeform. But a lot of like the coincidences were coincidences.
Yeah.
Like a lot of like the people that thought the theory, like the theories, a lot of people thought like the fact that my profile was made on June and
Heat
the
waves.
Ollie, that my account was made when the Ollie on Satnap did the Ollie. Those were all coincidences. I had no idea. Like I didn't know. I did know that I guess that Dream made his account in June, but I didn't remember it when I made the account. You know what I mean? I didn't even really think it was even June when it was kind of June. But yeah,
I guess that's probably true when anybody does anything. And you're thinking about like the month you're doing it in. What
Right.
about your name? How'd you come up with Manatreed?
well, Manatreed was, oh, that was hard. Well, Manatreed, yeah, exactly. My favorite animal is manatees, or aquatic animal, I guess, if you want to say that, if you want to be more right about it, I guess. And I like trees. It just worked. It was weird how it doesn't form an anagram, but almost does. And that was honestly completely by mistake. All that was literally coincidence. You guys may think like me or Dream like came up with this clever like plan, but we really didn't. It really wasn't that clever. You guys made it more clever than anything. Like you guys gave us way too much credit.
Yeah.
Way too much credit. And I think that was the fun part about this whole thing. I would think.
Yeah. I think that you both look a lot younger than
Yeah, we do.
your age.
Yeah, we do. I wouldn't even mind giving Dream my password and stuff, just because I feel like he's a bigger part of Manatreed too, just because of everything.
Yeah.
And of course.
Well, yeah, he came to me. Or this is what happened. So he messaged me on Twitter. Well, yeah, I mean, I messaged him on Twitter after seeing his tweet, and then we DM'd. We ended up finding out that we literally had each other on like Skype and shit from way back in the day on MCPVP and Snapchat too. And he was one of the people that we played Hunger Games with. Like, I mean, I wouldn't say it wasn't one of like the main people, but we were friends. Like back then we were friends. Like, when I was
Yeah.
like 13, 14, whatever. I was like, holy cow, that's cool. Obviously we talked, and then I added him on Discord, and we started talking. Started talking with him, etc. Became friends. And then I asked him, I was like, what do you think about like joining Dream SMP? And of course he was like, yeah, that'd be awesome. And so he said, I don't know like what I would do. I don't have much of like a setup to stream, record. I was like, all right, how about we'll do it together. And so then I started helping him. I was giving him advice for some stuff. And a lot of people were saying like, oh, some of the tweets sound like Dream. It's like, well, yeah, because I was telling him, hey, you should tweet this.
Yeah.
I was like, you should tweet this out. It'd be funny. Like,
Yeah, and then once we started doing that, it started becoming real easy to be him. It was kind of funny. It's real easy to say, to be that character for a minute.
Yeah.
And to get that like little clout.
Yeah. I guess I've had people message me even recently like, holy, wait, you're Dream on PvP, whatever. And it's like, yeah, I know. It's kind of
Yeah,
funny.
that was insane back in the day. Like I remember you would report like people would use hack clients and stuff.
Yeah.
That was pretty funny.
What a fucking snitch, bro.
While the stream answered a lot of our initial questions, it also gave us a lot more. Like, what would make Dream go out of his way to help Manatreed? And if Manatreed's Twitter really was just randomly made, how did Dream find it? A person with 28 million subscribers barely has enough time to upload one video per month and never streams. How the heck did he come across Manatreed's Twitter? And then just decided to randomly text him one day. That part just simply does not add up. I'm also going to mention the fact that Manatreed called Sapnap Nick. I didn't personally hear this, but I did see a lot of tweets about this. I don't really think that necessarily means that they were very close, but I would agree that it does imply some sort of relationship. Now, I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. I didn't want to like Manatreed as much as I did. As a black girl growing up, I watched white people have an easy right to fame time after time again, and this became really frustrating. But after watching Manatreed stream, he really grew on me. And
salute to Micah. Salute to Micah loves Carl. You know, us black creators got to stick together. You know what I'm saying?
Spider in my room. Okay, I don't normally kill spiders, it's just this one was really bothering me. Anyways, after watching Manatreed stream, he really grew on me, and I genuinely looked forward to watching his content, and I still do a little bit. I think a lot of our fandom felt the same way that I did about Manatreed after the stream. We made nice fan art for him, and we gave him a very loving welcome into our fandom. Although not everyone was happy with the way that everything happened, Manatreed was welcomed into our fandom. Jesus. For the first time in what felt like forever, everything seemed to be okay. Dream was streaming again, the Dream SMP was starting to get its revival, and we got a new CC. Alright guys, for these next few segments I am going to be lightly touching the topics of abuse and doxing, so if you aren't comfortable with that, please just skip to the end of the video where I share my final thoughts. Unfortunately, it didn't take long for people to start digging into Manatreed's past. I am going to encourage you to listen very closely for the rest of the video because things get really messy and really confusing extremely fast here. Just 24 hours after his first stream, a user by the name of Yuli on Twitter posted a very hefty thread claiming Manatreed to be an abuser. The thread included photo evidence of a court case that happened in January of 2021. Yuli even claims that Manatreed lived with Dream during some of these cases. I want to encourage everyone to form their own opinion about the situation. So I'm going to post a lot of the pictures that Yuli shared onto this video. Yuli claims that a lot of this information is public, so if you guys want to check it out for yourself, go ahead. Now, I don't know who this Yuli character is, but they did show a lot of pictures that could easily be considered doxing. I don't condone that, and I think that type of behavior is disgusting, and I'm very disappointed to see it. I understand that Manatreed might be a potential threat to our community.
So that's the other thing that really, really, really rubbed me the wrong way with this whole situation. The main way that Manatreed would be able to disprove that, they aren't an abuser or anything like that would be for them to dox themselves. Like, hello, this is a creator that does not want their face online. Like, what do you expect? Whether they have allegations or not, this is someone that wants to keep their privacy. I could see if the allegations were like super substantial. Like they're very in depth. It's like a Google Doc. It has all this proof tying Manatreed, the character, to the real person, and they had more identifiers. Fine. There. That's something that's substantial. But this was like something that had a lot of holes in it. This could be something that could be disproven.
But that does not condone the doxing of Dream and his family. Another person made a burner account and claimed that Dream and Manatreed are childhood friends. This person fully accused Dream of knowing that Manatreed was an abuser and trying to help him. Alright, from this point on, I'm not going to be talking about the abuse, allegations, or the doxing, because I don't want to spread misinformation, and this video really isn't about that. Where the real issue lies is that the Dream SMP is a very popular server. I'm sure a lot of people watching this video right now would be grateful to have a spot on the server. A spot in the Dream SMP essentially jumpstarts your career. And this is exactly what happened to Manatreed. I mean, this is the type of thing that only happens in Wattpad fics. Wink wink. There are CCs in our fandom that have been working their butts off to get an average of 10 viewers, and here comes this random white dude just walking in for free. If I knew all it took was a name that looked like an anagram for Dream Team, I would have made my account name Jeermat a long time ago. All jokes aside, knowing that Manatreed did basically nothing to earn his platform was crushing for a lot of people, especially considering the tweet Dream made about adding smaller CCs into the fandom months ago. When he said smaller, I didn't know he meant random people with 0 followers. I'll cut Dream some slack though. Maybe he really did just...
Okay, so this point here, I don't care for at all. I really just don't care for. I'm more of a person that believes in building yourself, building your own platform, and trying to make it on your own. I don't care if Dream decided to give someone with little to no platform a good look. That's okay. I'm not jealous in the slightest. Yeah, of course, like, there are going to be people in the community that feel like they've done more for Dream, for the Dream stands and Dream community on Twitter and on Twitch and things like that, that feel like they deserve that platform. But that doesn't mean you need to tear down a creator that is getting the good look. Like, this right here, once again, showcases the very immature side of the fandom.
Want to help an old friend. I mean, he kind of did do the same thing for Puns and a lot of other people that are in the SMP now. I think this might have started some jealousy in the fandom, as Dream was helping people from his past rather than helping the people that supported him.
It's his SMP. What do you expect? It's his SMP. His name is on it.
Remember that this is coming from a quote-unquote Dream stan, so... Before I talk about Manatreed's response to the allegations, I want you to put yourself in his shoes. It's his first time having this many eyes on him. He's a new CC, and he's just instantly grew from a random person to a real-life Twitch streamer. Try to imagine the fear you might feel, or the guilt you might have for having it so easy. Go into the next segment with an unbiased opinion. So, just 24 hours after having his very first stream, Manatreed tweets this. This whole situation is hard because there's no real way for Manatreed to prove himself without doxing himself.
Hold on.
And that conversation can take us...
I've never abused a woman. I've never been arrested. I can't believe I even have to say anything. So disgusted and crazy that this is only day one of my streaming experience. Not even sure how people come up with this stuff. To people saying they can't just take my word, I don't even know what to say. I'm not even being accused. A guy with a random name, date of birth, and locations being said to be me because our chins look similar. I can't even comment on anything without doxing myself. It's depressing. Sorry to anyone that's been put through stress. I would obviously never hit a woman, and I'm just dumbfounded about the whole situation. It's very frustrating. My heart goes out to anyone that needs it. I mean...
This whole situation is hard because there's no real way for Manatreed to prove himself without doxing himself.
Yeah.
And that conversation can take us back to the intentions of the person that made the claims against Manatreed. I don't know how I would respond to allegations like this against me, especially if they weren't true. What I can say is that I think that someone who's truly guilty might become very defensive, and Manatreed seems to be staying calm. So, where was Dream during all of this? Surprisingly,
alright, I guess we're getting into Dream's response.
I say surprisingly because Dream always preaches not responding to drama because it will become bigger than it needs to be. And he usually does that. He often keeps his mouth shut when controversy knocks on his door. But this time, it was different. Manatreed was somebody Dream took under his wing. Dream had a history with this person, and he wanted to help. So when he saw that people weren't happy with Manatreed, he jumped in. I honestly don't want to dig too deep into this, but here's an example of a fan bringing up an issue that they had with Manatreed, and Dream being very quick to defend him. Now, Dream is not obligated to be nice to anyone on this planet, but if I were in his place, I might have said something a little more sensitive. I think at times, Dream lets his ego get ahead of him, and he becomes terrible at taking criticism. He's objectively getting better, but he's not exactly there yet. I mean, he kinda held out the whole speedrunning thing for a year. I don't want to ignite that flame again, trust me. This is just another example of Dream not exactly handling criticism great. Anyways, regarding the Manatreed allegations, Dream's first action was to call us gullible. Yeah, people did not take
that was a mistake.
Opinion, but I completely understand why.
And you know what's funny? Like, I know that some people watching me right now, you know, they're kind of looking at me and they're like, you know, you're a Dream stan, but at the same time, I feel like these are valid criticisms of Dream as a person. You know what I mean? The way he interacts sometimes with people online is not the best. It's not the best for his career. It's not the best look. There are times where I feel like he gives into his own fan base a little too quickly. Okay? But I also feel like these are things that come with a young creator that is popping off the way Dream is. You know, I don't think we've seen anything like this before. This is the first time. So when you're this young and you have this much power in such a short amount of time, there's bound to be some mistakes, right? And I truly feel like there were some mistakes that were made here, by Dream when it came to addressing his own fan base and addressing this entire situation.
Dream said that. I get why his mind would go there after seeing the Manatreed allegations. I mean, Dream has been accused of some pretty strange things, so it's understandably frustrating to see someone he's connected to experience the same thing. I'm not saying that it was the right thing to do, I'm just saying I get why his mind went there. Well, like I said, people did not like this response, and fans were quick to criticize it. I mean, y'all went in on this man. It's not funny. It's a little funny. Well, Dream was quick to apologize about the tweet, but at this point, it was already too late. I mean, even at the time of recording this video, people are still talking about it.
Yeah,
What's really weird is that not long after the gullible tweet thing, Dream randomly wanted to stream, even though Sapnap was scheduled to stream shortly after all of this happened. It felt like Dream was trying to divert the energy so people would forget about this entire thing. Well, guys, Dream ended up deactivating his account as a whole. Personally, when I saw this,
I missed
it made
that.
me sad. Dream is a stupid kid, and none of this had anything to do with him anyway. All he wanted to do was help an old friend, and he messed up. I don't think he had any negative intentions behind anything.
I don't know about calling him a stupid kid. I feel like that's a bit understating his level of involvement with this entire thing, and also understating what he is as a content creator and a platform. His platform is massive, and he's not a kid. You know, Dream is a grown man. You know, so I don't feel like that right there was really a fair criticism. I feel like that was really limiting what he did, and also downplaying his influence and downplaying him as like a person, like as a man. You know, he's a grown man.
Dream's apology was understandable, but I think a lot of people were hurt by Dream's words. I think that sometimes he forgets that a lot of his fandom is younger and maybe more susceptible to believe random things. I think he forgets what it feels like to be 14 and look up to somebody.
Yeah.
And when this person that you've given hours of your time to calls you gullible, well, it can hurt. Dream acted on impulse. He let his anger and frustration get the best of him. I think as a fandom, we forget that Dream is just some 22-year-old kid. I mean, he doesn't know much more than us. I think we all need to be more understanding in general, because none of us even know what the heck we're doing on this giant rock we call Earth. The entire situation was blown out of proportion, yes, and it was never about Dream in the first place. Even if the Manatreed allegations are true, how would Dream know? Dream had nothing to do with the abuse allegations, and I don't think he'd be dumb enough to give an abuser a platform. It is important to hold Dream responsible for his mistakes, and our community does a very good job at this. We just have to be a lot kinder when stuff like this happens. Dream is not perfect, and neither are we. People's feelings have been hurt, and everyone acted purely off emotion. I mean, even I was scared, jealous, excited, sad, and disappointed all at once. We don't have all the information on this situation, but I would like to encourage everyone to keep an open mind. At the end of the day, we are a family, and we need to stick together in times like this. We can all work together to figure out this whole thing and hopefully move on without losing anyone. I love you all, and please stay safe, educate yourself, and don't believe everything you see. To be completely honest with you, I still have a lot to say, and I have so many questions about the entire situation, but I didn't want to make this video longer than it ever needed to be. I don't know if anyone's ever going to see this video, but I am very open to making a part 2 and kind of analyzing the situation even more, but it depends on how people respond to this. Also, thank you guys for 1,000 subs. I am hecka grateful. I don't even know why I said hecka. That's how grateful I am.
Hey, get Micah. Micah loves Carl to more subscribers, for real. This was a great video. Very in depth. I felt like it covered the situation well. And I feel like the tweets, I'm glad that you had the tweets pulled up and things like that in the video. And you were able to go into multiple different aspects of why this entire situation blew up the way it is and why so many people are upset. So I appreciate that. I love this coverage. This was good. Of course, I disagree with the way that you basically kind of downplayed Dream as like a content creator and as a person by saying like, you know, he's just a kid that was trying to help out his friend. It's so much more than that. But at the same time, I get like where you're coming from and why you would say that. But yeah, let's remember Dream is not a kid. You know, Dream is a grown man. You know, he is young, though. That's the thing. He's young. You know, 22 with close to 30 million subscribers. I can't imagine it. And there's one level of like, yeah, it's good. He never has to worry about money again. That's great. But there is another side of it that, like, this is all unprecedented, and we don't know what this is really doing to his mental health or to the mental health of the people who get way too involved in this and get lost in the sauce. So yeah, this was a decent video. Please go like and subscribe to this creator. Their video I reacted to here, the Unsolved Mystery of Manatreed, what really happened. I have my own thoughts, right? I truly feel like the community, it just y'all went ham. Y'all went a little too crazy with this entire situation, and honestly, it's gotten out of control. And this community is just, they're really, I mean, they're really young. Dream, you got to realize that they are impressionable people, and this Jakishi effect, unfortunately, I feel like is gonna follow whatever creator or Dream really tries to closely support going forward because of what happened. By the way, we never got an update. That is still flying in the wind. To me personally, it's something I will never really let go of or forget, because he really was, Jakishi was basically like a monster of the community. And it's crazy that, you know, these allegations and things like that were just literally were not found or anything like that before he came into the limelight. So y'all let me know what you think. I'm done ranting about this. Like I said, I'm still like kind of emotional about all this, and I don't know why more creators aren't talking about this. Y'all let me know what you think in the comment section. Of course, I love reading the comments and talking with y'all, so let me know. Hit that like button, of course, if you enjoyed this video, and subscribe today if you're new. Join Innate Aliens, or a rapidly growing community. I will see everyone in the next video. Peace.